Welcome to episode 4 Let's Mod NBA 2K, and today we're going to be talking about staying organized when you're starting your modding project. So I'm going to show you guys how I achieved that, and we're going to actually set up our spreadsheet for a high school hoops mod that, obviously is our end goal to make here. So we're going to go ahead and do that. So first I'm going to show you guys what I mean by setting up the spreadsheet. So I'm gonna head over to the college hoops thread that I got out there, and I'm gonna go to college hoops teams. And here, so my last update for college hoops, I added a bunch of teams. I used a Google spreadsheet to keep everything organized. This was important because with over 100 teams and each team has 3 or 4 files associated with it, it's so easy to forget what files belong to what teams. So that's why it's important to kind of stay organized or set up some type of spreadsheet or log or something when you start a modding project, especially one that's going to have a number of teams. Typically with these roster projects, when people release these roster projects, they typically have 30 teams because that's the minimum that you have to have in a My League, and people make these with the intent of taking a roster into My League. So with 30 teams, if you take a look, you're gonna have a jersey, depending on how many jerseys you got. A jersey has a home and away. You have an arena file, a floor file, a crowd, a logo. You have all of these files. So that's 5 files right there, 5 or 6 files right there, and that's just for one team. So if you add that up for 30 teams, then you're over 100 files. So it's always good just to stay organized so you don't forget what file does what. And plus, when you add all of these files to your modding folder, they're just all jumbled up together at that point. There's really no way to organize it outside of that. So it's good to keep some type of organization. It'll just help when you're creating, and it'll help for reference as well. So we're actually going to go ahead and do that. So first thing we're going to do is we're going to go to Google Drive. You can just go to drive.google.com. If you have a Gmail account, and Google Drive is free, it comes with it. You can store files, you can create spreadsheets, you can create documents. If you don't want to use Google Drive, that's fine. Some free programs out there that people use instead of Microsoft Office would be OpenOffice. So if you want to use that, you can. If you have Microsoft Office on your computer, you can use Excel. That's fine, but you want to have some type of spreadsheet set up so that you can keep all this stuff together and in one place. So we're going to use Google Drive because I know a lot of people who doesn't use Google now, and then Drive is free, so we're going to use that. So the first thing we're going to do is we're going to go here, we're going to click new, we're going to create a Google Sheet. And the first thing we're going to do is we're going to name our Google spreadsheet. So let's go ahead and name it High School Hoops. And we're going to go ahead and click on this first line here. And we're going to go ahead and give it a color. So there's a little paint bucket tool up here. Let's just do green. Green is easy. We're also going to keep this line highlighted and click the bold feature here so that whatever we type in these columns will be bold. Excuse me. First thing we're going to do is we're going to type our team name. So this would be team. So under here, we're going to list every team. Our next column is going to be, let's do arena. Let's spread it out because this is going to be new to people, so let's spread it out. So arena, let's do floor, let's do crowd, let's do logo, let's do jersey, and then let's do colors, and then we're gonna put hex. The reason we're gonna put a column for colors is because when you start to create your jersey for your teams, you're gonna have to assign accessory colors, and the accessory colors are gonna be done in a hex format, which is 6 digits. So for example, black and hex would be 60. So 1 2 3 4 5 6. That's the color black and hex. So you're going to need to put that into NBA 2K to keep your accessory colors black. So it's not going to be as easy as just typing black or selecting a black color. You actually have to type it in hex. So we're going to want to keep that labeled out for us, so it's easier for us to just copy and paste when we're going back and forth from making a floor to making a jersey to doing a cross. It'll be easier just to have that stuff labeled out and listed, so you don't have any problems going forward. What else do we need up here? So we got team, arena, floor, crowd, logo, jersey, colors. So I think what else we need? Dornas. Now your dorners are going to be your announcer table advertisements. So you know when you go to announcer table to have like the advertisements just keep rotating and displaying. Those are called dornas technically. So we're going to have a number for dornas. Now what you can do is, if you want to kind of limit the number of work, the amount of work that you have to do, you can have the same dorna for every team and then take one dorna and create 10 advertisements. So then when you play with any team, those 10 advertisements will keep, you know, rotating and cycling through. So that's the option that we can do. Or you can give each team its own advertisements and make advertisements for every team. Obviously that takes a little bit more work, but in our case, we're going to do one dorna and we're going to assign that same one for the same team. But I will show you guys how to create your own individual one for each team if that's something that you want to do. What else do we need up here? I'm kind of looking at one that I had did before for my college hoops. I think that's pretty good to start. So you want to create something like this, something along the lines of this. Again, it doesn't have to match this, but you want to create something like this. And what we're going to do as we start our mod, we're going to be filling this in piece by piece by piece by piece by piece. And then as you start to do this, you'll start to appreciate, you know, people that are doing these big roster mods, because they have to do this for every team that they include. And then we're gonna do each piece of every team. So it's good to stay organized. So I just want to go over this quick little tip for you guys to create some type of spreadsheet, man. Google is easy. That's what I used. It's also beneficial for you know, listing it with your mod. So for example, if you go back to my college hoops thread, I listed mines, you know, with my mod, so that if anyone wanted to, you know, change the actual jersey for Notre Dame, this is the jersey file that I edited. So if they wanted to make their own Notre Dame, let's say they wanted to update Notre Dame jersey, they can take that file, do their edits, put it back into their My League, and that will be the jersey for that team. You don't have to include anything like this. Some people are real like touchy on people editing their stuff and putting it back out. Me, I don't really care too much, so that's why I include it. Also, we have a number of other tools that are now available where people can create packages, like presentation packages, and it's kind of good for them to have that information handy when they want to create something like that. But again, completely up to you. Some people are against, you know, letting people know what files they edited. Me, I don't care. You can go ahead and edit this stuff and you know, fix something up for personal use if you didn't think I didn't do it right. So I don't really care too much, but definitely an option. Again, it's up to you. Something that you can do. You don't have to if you don't want to. I just did with my mod. But so I wanted to kind of quickly talk about this, talk about staying organized. Now that we have this created, in our next video, when we start to, I think our next video, we're actually going to start doing a little bit of modding, getting stuff set up, maybe start on getting a team, getting a logo maybe made or something like that. So we're going to be filling this in as we go along throughout these videos. So I just wanted to create this quick video just showing you guys. Definitely let's get this set up so that when we start, we can just punch these numbers in, punch these files in here, so that way we'll stay organized going forward. Until the next video, hit that like, comment, subscribe. I'm out. Peace.